Don't panic.
10 minutes to go. I'm still stressing out a little bit.
I don't think I gave him a very easy box, did I?
No, that's what you want.
It's the first mystery box of the competition. It's frantic, it's chaotic. It's too much for me. I'm making a tempered chocolate log, but I can't get the temperatures right. I know this chocolate is not tempered, but I need to get a dish onto the plate to give to the judges.
You know what, I'm just gonna go for it. That's it, that's all she needs.
Smells nice, Dan.
Thanks, mate.
Can we get clean up on aisle 4?
Time has disappeared.
Get it in, buddy. Come on, you got it.
Oh, come on. It's crazy to watch them all, but it's fascinating to see who is organised and who isn't. Definitely.
Oh, mate.
Is it good?
It tastes really good.
Everything has come perfect for me, honestly. I've made my noodles, they're really, really good.
Oh, these are good, man.
I taste my broth.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing, full of umami flavors, so many layers, delicious. I'm just cooking my barramundi on my hibachi right now, and it tastes perfect.
Wow.
I think this dish represents me as a cook because it's super simple but super delicious.
I am very confident.
Hey, Truth, do you need a bowl?
Okay, thank you.
To plate my dessert, I place my sablé down the bottom, followed by the joconde. I then plate my macerated cherries around my little discs. So far, I'm pretty happy with my dessert. It looks beautiful, and I hope that the flavours work well together.
I'm having a great time in this cook. I feel like everything's coming together really well with my frozen dessert. To plate my dish, I'm going to start with the pickled cherries, and I'm going to do a beautiful scoop of the pistachio ice cream. Yum. It's tasting beautiful. It's nice and roasty from the nuts. It's going to go perfectly with the coldness from my cherry granita. And then I add my golden and crunchy saltbush twill.
Let's chuck these in.
I'm super pleased with what I've done, and I would just love to get my hands on an immunity pin.
I'm feeling quite nervous because there are some great cooks in this kitchen and everyone's really putting up amazing food. I'm very happy with my home-style dish, but I wonder if that's enough for this competition.
Right, guys, 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes!
Crunch time, guys. Let's do this.
With my plating for my barra bites, I've got the fish skin as the base. Oh, but one of the fish skins is not crispy. I think I may have to leave this one.
Oh, so
I've still got 3 of the fish skin left on top of the fish skin. I've got the barramundi, a little bit of silver beet, pickled cherries, and the jus. But I have to serve 4 people. And they're pretty small. So firstly, they have to share one. Oh, yeah. So I'm hoping that they're okay with that.
my face doesn't know what to do, so it probably seems really calm. But yeah, I'm very, very nervous.
Should be plating, guys. Should be plating, guys.
I literally have no time. I grab my choux pastry out. It's cooled down, but probably not as cool as I'd want to. I've got no choice. I have to fill it in.
Beautiful.
The choux looks pretty good.
Where's the lid?
Amelia's known as the choux queen. So I'm really hoping that my choux is good enough for Amelia.
The second batch of ricotta is much better. I'm grateful that I had time to do it again.
I wanted to smoke the ricotta and the clock is ticking.
Get it done. Get it done. What's the time? Do we know? What's the time, guys?
Pull your dishes together. You've only got 1 minute to go. Come on.
I am determined to get smoky flavour into that ricotta.
I put the Glad Drop on that. All right. All right, that's all I want.
I taste the ricotta and the smokiness is subtle, it's gorgeous, I'm really happy.
Pretty much everything's done. I'm just gonna put it all together. I don't know. My tempered chocolate log is not tempered, but I can't give Amelia an empty plate.
Oh, she's a bit thick. She's a bit thick. She's a bit thick.
30 seconds!
30 seconds.
I just need to get something on the plate. So I put the chocolate log in the middle, put some chocolate ganache.
Don't have time to smooth it.
Then I put some cherry foulis on. I'm not happy with it at all.
And here we go, guys! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well done. Yeah, well done, mate. Well done. Nice, boys.
Hey, Audie.
Well done.
Well done, Bubba.
Well done. The pressure was on, but the atmosphere was just electric and feels like I'm coming down from the sky, but I'm pretty happy.
75 minutes in the MasterChef kitchen goes so fast. I would have plated it probably a bit more carefully if I didn't smoke the ricotta, but I wanted to push to add that extra flavour into this dish.
I'm so nervous. I'm so scared, like I'm petrified. I don't know how it compares to Amelia's choux pastry, but let's see. Let's see what she thinks.
All right, for the first cook in the MasterChef kitchen, that was crazy. As you know, we're only looking for the top 3 dishes. So, the first dish we want to taste belongs to...
Manoli.
It's a long way from the top end.
It's the furthest away.
Manoli, what do we got?
I have got barra bites, crispy barramundi, pickled cherries, some fried saltbush, and some silver beet. Oh, it's nerve-wracking being up here.
Right, 3 of. Interesting.
3 of. Oh no, bad move.
3 barra bites to serve 4 people. Rookie error.
Right, 3 of. Interesting.
3 of. Oh no, bad move from the get-go.
I really liked it. The fish was beautifully cooked. The fish skin was really, really crispy.
You can hear it.
I could happily down a couple of beers in Darwin and have a plate full of barra bites. Be quite happy with that. Well done.
I thought it was a really great way to look at those ingredients and do something a little bit different, because I know that those ingredients didn't naturally all tie together, but somehow you brought them together in this like flawless, delicious way. So I loved it.
Thanks.
The amount of flavour that you've shown how you can develop out of not many ingredients, that's the impressive thing here. I don't think I've ever seen someone look so shocked after good
I
feedback.
always look shocked. I have a very expressive face. So
And you might be a bit more shocked when I say this. You're definitely in the mix to get a little shiny pin, so...
Well done, Manoli.
Thanks so much.
What? Oh my God. can't believe this. It is wild.
Like shaking and hot.
I think I see Brent. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I guess you'd call that a bit of a fish and chips, in a way.
I love that.
The sauce is top bush and pistachio, brown, burnt butter.
What's all that goodness down the bottom?
Chunky stuff.
Mate, get it on now.
Get it on.
It's on the milk solids too.
Look at that. Definitely a chip.
The fish was really lovely. The chips were wonderfully crunchy, and I love that it was fish and chips your way.
And never, ever hold back on the good bits in the bottom. Ever. All of you.
Next up, Scott.
It's a chocolate, cherry and Szechuan pepper brulee tart.
I got real fruity Szechuan flavour straight away, and I went back for more and more and more. It was beautiful.
I'm here.
I've made a chocolate ganache tart, pistachio cream, bit of a pistachio crumb, and a cherry and Szechuan pepper sorbet.
I think really this is incredible. If that's where your head is at in matching flavours, I love it.
You.
Calling Dr. Dan. Dr. Dan, let's go, mate.
So I've made a Szechuan quail and noodles.
The cook and the quail. Perfect.
Thank you.
Aaron, it's your time to shine.
Hibachi cooked barramundi, potato rosti, pickled cherries, and crispy saltbush.
The fish was cooked really nicely. The rosti was beautiful and crunchy. Those cherries were surprisingly the hero. I feel like it needed some type of sauce to pull it together.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Next up, we've got Maya.
I made profiterole rolls.
Yeah, I was just a bit of a mess today, if I'm going to be completely honest.
That's okay. I've had a shoot fail in this kitchen before, so it happens to everyone. It's just a matter of finding a recipe that works for you.
Yeah.
My one is on template.
Next up, Kishwa.
Everyone is presenting an amazing dish to the judges, but I made a dish that I would cook at home. My style of food might not be fancy enough to be on MasterChef.
Barramundi and butter with scalloped potatoes and silver beet noodles with a quail broth.
Kishwa, you feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. You look heaps emotional. Oh, what's going on?
This is food that I like to eat, and I know I've said this before, but it's actually just something I'd eat at home to nourish myself, and it's not fancy. So I don't know how good it is, sorry. Yep.
That is delicious. You've got an amazing, beautiful, delicious, well-rounded, well-balanced quail broth. You've got perfectly cooked barramundi. You've got a nice, slight crisp on the skin.
Thank you.
Just because it's a dish that nourishes you at home doesn't mean it doesn't have a place in the MasterChef kitchen.
Yeah.
And flavour trumps everything else. Get it through your head.
Yeah.
Great job.
Thank you.
With this dish, there is a modernity and a naked honesty about what you do that is, it really takes an accomplished cook to be able to do that. There was a purity of flavour in the broth. There was an expertise in the way the fish was beautifully cooked. You know flavour, you know substance, you know soul. We seek those things all over the world, and you need to own that. Well done.
Thank
you.
Thanks so much, guys.
Hearing the judges' feedback, it's a huge weight off my shoulders. It is enough when you put good food on a plate, and I'm going to keep trying to do that.
Okay, next up, we're going for Dipinder.
I think I've been really ambitious in this mystery box. Amelia is a choux pastry queen. So why did I have to make a choux pastry today? I just hope that this is enough for Amelia because I really want that immunity pin. Oh, God.
This looks
I think I've got a pretty good idea, but Deepinder, do you want to tell us what the dish is?
So that's my choc cherry eclair.
And how are you feeling?
I'm really nervous.
Why?
Choux queen.
Because choux queen.
But you didn't have to make choux today.
I know.
She loves it.
All right, let's try it. I love eclairs.
Oh, that was a monster.
You nearly beat me.
Wow. I'm going to go really basic with this. That was yum. The choux pastry was beautiful, light, hollow. The chocolate creme pat was a real highlight for me. I think it was so silky. It didn't have any gluiness to it. It was perfectly done. The cherries were beautiful. I loved it. It was amazing. I want more. I really, my baby wants more.
I couldn't agree more. The only downfall in that there wasn't 4.
Yeah.
Or more, even, to be honest.
You should be super happy, and I'm hoping those tears are tears of joy, because you should be. Like, the choux was airy, it was light, but then you got to the silky creme pat, luxurious creme pat, and I think it was a 10. We're looking for the top 3 dishes today to give the pins away to. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see where you end up.
It was wonderful. Well done.
Thank you, Deepinder.
Well done, Deepinder.
Amelia Jackson loved my choux pastry. That's the biggest compliment I've ever received. So I'm just praying it's enough for me to get an immunity pin today.
It was just the sugar and anything.
I was like waterworks.
Tommy. Tell me what you've cooked for us, mate.
I've got a barramundi with some noodles and fish and quail broth, and a fried saltbush to garnish.
Happy with your noodles?
I've done a pretty good job, if I have to say so myself.
You seem very, not so quietly confident. I like it.
It's good. I like it too.
Oh, Tommy, love it. I love that. The broth, full of flavour, well balanced. It's really, really tasty. Your noodles are fantastic. Your cook on a barramundi is also fantastic. I loved it. Well done.
Thank you.
That is serious cooking. Like, and it's so simple, but yet it's so, so well done. I thought the broth was fantastic. For your first cook in the MasterChef kitchen, to be a mystery box and to get that plate of food up, you've done really well.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Tommy!
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, very good.
Next up, we'd like to taste Winona's dish. Thank you.
I'm feeling nervous taking my dessert up to the judges. I want them to taste that beautiful, smooth, toasted pistachio ice cream with the coldness from my cherry granita. Hello. And then that crunch and saltiness on the twill.
So today I've done a toasted pistachio ice cream, a cherry granita, and a saltbush twill.
I am an ice cream man. And it was like textbook perfect. Winona, you doing this thing where you just put 3-4 elements on a plate, you do them perfectly, it's really, really great. So well done.
Thank you.
The ice cream is absolutely brilliant. I mean, really, really dense and heavy, like really gelato. That's offset by the cherries, which is the clever bit for me. Those two, cherries and pistachios, great mates. In this case, you've handled them really nicely because the flavors are sort of flowing into each other as opposed to sitting side by side. That little twill, beautiful to look at, excellent texture as well. Great dish.
Oh, thank you.
You've really thought about the flavours, the harmony, the presentation. You have this rich, creamy ice cream, the iciness of the granita, the crunch of the twill, and the acidity of the cherries.
It was amazing.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Strong guess.
Strong. Yeah, it was good ice cream.
Queen of the ice cream.
Definitely not. Oh my gosh.
Time for a self-confessed hot mess. Trent, let's go, mate. Woo!
I am feeling in the dumps right now because the tempered chocolate didn't work.
The Hot Mess Express is here.
I was going for Black Forest, and this is some like dingy, dark alley. It is not nice. Like, it's terrible. I'm so embarrassed.
Missed an episode of MasterChef? Catch up on the latest culinary action. Enjoy another serving or savour past seasons at tenplay.com.au/MasterChef.
Trent, what's the dish?
So I've done a chocolate log. It's filled with a pistachio diplomat, and then there's some cherries and a bit of chocolate ganache and a cherry coulis.
Are we happy? Are we not happy? What's happening?
I'm not happy.
Okay, tell me why. Talk to me.
Just because I know it could have been a lot better.
Trent, you are super entertaining to watch. You have so much energy, and I know you inspire everybody around you to cook really well and have a really great time. But technique and focus is going to be the difference between being a punchline and being a player. If you want to be a player, it's cute to be a hot mess for a minute, but you have to be able to bring it. Tempering your chocolate. If you aim to temper it, temper it. If you can't temper it, do something else. You know you can do this. I need you to back it up and show us why you want to be here.
Okay. I think you had a great idea, right? I think you can probably do this. But if you don't get your head in the MasterChef kitchen, you're not going to go very far.
I pretty much season 6 and season 12 studied non-stop, non-stop. I would go home after every mystery box and write down what I could have done with all of those ingredients. I had pages of what I could do with the underbench pantry. It's really important to get your head in the game because you do want to be here at the end. That's the most fun part.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Trace. Thank you.
You got this, man. You can do that.
So the judges give me some pretty harsh words of advice. But I'm just really determined at this point to show them that I am here to be the best that I can be and that I can cook.
Okay, next up is Elise. So Elise, what's the dish?
I've made quail with a smoked ricotta, a silver beet, caramelised cherries, and a cherry and quail sauce.
And how did that cook go for you?
My first batch of ricotta didn't turn out, so I made a second batch and I had time to correct that. But otherwise, this is something that I would enjoy eating.
Beautiful.
Okay.
God, I don't miss that feeling.
Oh, gosh.
I'm feeling for you. I thought it was really tasty. Really tasty.
Thank you.
The ricotta, I thought it brought a nice roundness to the dish. And your greens were perfectly seasoned. They were full and rich. As a whole dish, I really, really enjoyed it. And I could see myself, you know, somewhere in Italy with a nice glass of wine, having a good time. So thanks.
Thanks.
Silver beet is the most boring vegetable on earth if you don't know what to do with it.
But in the right hands, when you bring out the flavours and you season things properly, you get that. It was really homely and earthy, and I could crack an egg on that and just have it for breakfast as it was. So that element was fantastic.
I thought that that smoked ricotta was a really clever thing to add to that dish. I would not have thought to put that together. But it just worked so well. That really nice sort of mellow hum of smokiness worked so well with the quail.
It is classic Italian regional cooking. Those same ingredients in different hands would not produce the same result. So you should be very confident walking into your next cook. For me, I would be very surprised if that wasn't one of the top dishes today.
Thank you, Jock.
Well done.
Well done. Lovely.
Yes.
I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
It was delicious. Delicious.
I need a drink.
Next up, Therese.
In the judges' auditions, I did really well. So I really need to impress the judges today.
Wow.
Pretty.
I'm most worried about my chocolate Sichuan ice cream. It's a combination that I've never done before, so I hope that the judges will like it.
Therese, I'm going to play this up, so why don't you tell me a little bit about this dish?
Sure. At the bottom, I have a pistachio sablé layered with pistachio Joconde. Around it, I've got macerated cherries with a chocolate Sichuan ice cream.
So Joconde is like a nut-based sponge.
And the sablé's underneath?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, did you want some?
You have to tell her how the dish is.
I want one more before Andy.
Oh.
In case you couldn't tell, your ice cream is spectacular. It is smooth, it is luxurious, it is chocolatey, velvety goodness. And we're not getting that back from Andy. I just know we won't. My goodness, if you can make ice cream like this, you should probably open a shop because the texture is just, it's sublime.
It is the most beautiful ice cream I've ever had. And that Szechuan in there is delicious.
The texture of the chicon versus the sablé on the bottom, absolutely game-changing. That chewiness, but then the richness of the sablé, it works so well together.
It's a killer dessert. Really delicious, something to be proud of. I would be very surprised if that isn't in the mix for a pin today.
Thank you.
Well done.
Well done, Therese.
Well done, Therese.
I feel like this is so incredible.
Oh my God. That's so cute. And I'm just like, no.
I've shown I'm not a one-trick pony, and I really feel like I have a good shot at this immunity pin.
It's luxury. Yeah. Pure luxury.
First thing I want to say is, welcome to MasterChef, eh? Today's mystery box was a good indication of challenges to come. And trust me, the winner of this competition will not necessarily be the best cook today. But they'll definitely be the cook that learns and grows the most from here to finale. Remember that. Amelia, you agree?
Definitely agree. I mean, at the start of season 6 and at the start of season 12, I was not the best cook. I was wildly intimidated by everyone around me, but it is all about just digging deep because this is a lot of fun, but it can also change your entire life. So don't take this opportunity for granted. Oh my God, I got goosebumps.
You made yourself get goosebumps. That's quality. That's quality.
Killed it.
All right, 3 of you are about to win one of these. The first dish to win a pin was not only texturally perfect, its flavours were perfect, and its execution was perfect as well. The first immunity pin goes to Therese.
That is for you. Keep it safe. Therese, how are the feelings right now?
I'm on cloud 9 right now. Like, I'm still processing what's happening, to be honest. Yeah, I'm really happy.
The second dish exemplified substance over style. Every element was lovingly prepared, and every bite was steeped in history. The second pin goes to Elise. Elise, how does it feel?
It feels good to have something that will get me out of a sticky spot. It feels good.
The third cook has delivered the second dish in 2 days that has mastered simplicity in all of its glory. And the third pin goes to Winona.
That's for you.
Thank you so much. Oh my God.
Winona, all of the emotions.
So much. I just surprised myself a lot the last 2 days. Yeah, I'm just really happy.
The 3 of you, Therese, Elise, Winona, not only have you won that pin, you've won immunity from the first elimination of MasterChef 2021. Unfortunately for everyone else, that first elimination is tomorrow. Come back tomorrow, ready to fight for your place in MasterChef 2021.
Tomorrow night on MasterChef Australia, the very first elimination.
You don't really want to be going home in week 1. You've just started.
We'll see one of the best cooks lead the competition.
I don't know what's going to happen, but I just want to get in there and cook.